Milwaukee Bucks. After losing back-to-back games to the Magic and the Pacers, they've been on a 5-game streak over the past week. Giannis is coming off 2 back-to-back 40-point games. Damian Lillard has averaged 28 and 10 over the past week. Brook Lopez has averaged 5 blocks over the past week and hasn't scored under 10 points since. Over the first 2 weeks, he was about 8 per game point scorer, 4 rebounds. But seemingly they have found their stride. They have found their stride, and it's been exciting watching this team play. No, yes, they're going to give up points. I mean, no, listen, defense isn't even in question nowadays. I'm going to talk about the Pacers and Hawks game soon. But you have Brook Lopez. It seems like everybody has gotten comfortable in their roles and in doing what they do, essentially. Giannis listen, in the first couple of weeks, they were I don't know if I'm going to take my spot here. I'm not going to take my shot there. Maybe I should give it to Giannis. Giannis said maybe I should give it to Lillard. This is a situation. Listen, I'm telling you one thing. I seen one of the ugliest plays of my life about a week and a half ago. Giannis had to resort to taking a last second shot clock, last second three. Got the offensive rebound, stepped right back into the three. Why are you doing that? You have Damian Lillard on your team at 12 seconds. Why are you doing that? But then recently, I seen a similar situation, and Giannis, instead of shooting it, handed it off, pick and roll, Damian Lillard, 3, top of the key. Simple things. They're learning how to play with each other now. They're learning. They're building that chemistry. Damian Lillard dishing out some of the most assists I've seen him ever average. Ever. Because he has an easy dump off. They're understanding how dominant they are as a duo now. They're playing like how they've been supposed to be playing. In the first couple of weeks, they were thinking too much. They were trying to defer to the other one. And you have Brook Lopez, who, I mean, he seemed like even with Chris Middleton on a minutes restriction, even with the team not being as deep as it was, Brook Lopez not even wanting to shoot because he's saying, now I have 2 stars. I shouldn't be taking shots. Seeing Brook open in the corner, pump fake, give it to Lillard so that he can create. And now we're seeing Brook Lopez more confident in his shot. Understand him and Damian Lillard have built a great relationship as well. Because let me tell you one thing, Brook Lopez is number 1 in the league in shot interference at the rim. Number 1 at his age. Remember I said how the league and its longevity, yes, Brook Lopez, who wasn't a defender in Brooklyn, barely a defender in LA, was able to transform his game about since he joined Milwaukee. And boy, like this is great. The defense I've seen of him at the rim is, even though he's not the most mobile, he gets there. His IQ to make up for his lack of athleticism, it's been there. And anytime you go into the rim on the Bucks, you have Brook on the strong side guarding. Then you have the chance of getting swatted from behind, as Giannis is the best weak side defender in the NBA. That's how he won his Defensive Player of the Year. Being that good of a weak side defender. So you have the best shot contested, center in the league, who's going to contest the most shots, who's going to defer almost every shot at the rim. And then you have a 7-foot athletic freak that even if you are able to get around Brook Lopez, he can pin you off the backboard. So yes, the perimeter defense is what it is, but you're not scoring in the paint on the Milwaukee Bucks. It's been beautiful to watch that they've been able to do that low. It's been beautiful to see Brook Lopez understand that maybe Giannis isn't the 3-point shooter that I am. Maybe I should be the one running up sometimes and giving Damian Lillard the screens and the pick and pop. Because let me tell you the one thing about Brook Lopez. Not only can he hit the 3, but he can hit it from the range where he sets Damian Lillard picks at. Let me tell you what, if you're setting Damian Lillard a pick, you're setting it not at the 3-point line. You're setting it 5 feet behind that because that's his range. But let me tell you one thing, something that people don't really know about Brook Lopez, he can also hit from that range. So I'm seeing Brook Lopez. This is how hard it's getting to guard the Bucks nowadays. I'm seeing defenders 5 feet from the 3-point line, while Damian Lillard isos them, and then you have a center coming up on the screen that can hit a shot from that same range. That is what's been happening with the Bucks now, and they're understanding that there's a better flow to their game. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen Damian Lillard have stretches where he's been averaging 28 and 10. But now we're getting 2 players per game that are putting up over the last week 30 points per game. Close, 28, right there. Brook Lopez, 5 blocks per game over the past week. Chris Middleton, once he gets back into the swing of things, they have their 3rd star on minutes restrictions. I mean, I know he's not going to be able to play defense the way he once did, but the shots alone. If the team is trying to take, Damian Lillard and Giannis and ice that, Brook and Chris are players that can compensate for that. They're that good. And once Chris Middleton gets off his minutes restriction, this team is scary. But we're going to see tonight. I'm recording this on Wednesday. I usually record on Tuesday nights. We're recording this today on Wednesday as it's going to drop. They play the Celtics, who, I mean, Drew Holiday just came out and said he doesn't have any animosity towards the Bucks. He just wish he got a heads up for the trade. And I understand him. I mean, he said he wants to retire there. He's someone who's comfortable, someone who, once he's with the team, it seems like he's going to re-sign every time. That's just kind of the player he is. He was ready to re-sign, spend the rest of his career with the Bucks, and they just traded him out, letting him know, even though he was a crucial piece to their ring. But today's going to be a good game. Brook and KP, Drew and Dame, Giannis and Tatum. And then you add in Jaylen Brown, Derek White. That's what makes the Celtics dangerous.